Good morning, everybody. My name is Jessica Bobo, and I am here to talk to you today about green cleaning. I'm really excited to be here today to talk to you about this topic because it's something I'm really passionate about. Before we dive in deep to kind of go over the tips, because we've got some great tips we're going to talk about today, I want to share with you just a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about our lens when it comes to cleaning. So for a lot of years before getting to know doTERRA and coming into natural solutions, I had this idea in my head that when it came to cleaning my house, it had to smell clean. And don't get me wrong, I love a good smell. Like, I love the aroma of things, and so coming to a stinky house was never a good thing. But I had this idea in my head that I had to like smell chemicals for my house to be actually considered clean. And so I lived kind of by this little like hashtag or motto in my life for a lot of years when it came to cleaning, that if the nose hairs didn't burn in my nose, then it was not clean. And I used a lot of really harsh chemicals in my home, in my bathrooms. Even my kids, my kids were using these chemicals to help with their daily chores, and I didn't realize until coming into doTERRA and learning about natural solutions, and our culture now is really promoting things about being clean, that I realized that I didn't have to smell the chemicals for my house to be clean, that these products, these green products, while they were gentle on our bodies, they were super effective when it came to cleaning our house and refreshing and purifying and all those great things. So I want us to kind of refocus our lens a little bit. Let's see if we can open up our minds to the thought that our products don't have to be super harsh or abrasive to our bodies to be effective when it comes to cleaning. So let's consider what it means to go green. Some of you may be thinking about being more environmentally friendly, recycling, reducing energy, turning off lights, bringing sunlight in more. Those are all great ways to go green. Ultimately, for me, it comes down to being a good steward of my environment and being mindful of what I'm using, what I'm throwing away, and being intentful about it too. Having a purpose with why we're using something, and exploring that a little bit. So, take inventory. Take notes, watch this video a few times if you want to, and record the tips down. We're going to have lots of fun talking about some statistics and sharing some great products today. So we're going to start with little things to have a big impact in our home. So before we dive in, I want to share with you a little bit of information about toxic overload. And there's a lot of information out there, so you can Google it online and you'll see a whole bunch of information. I'm not trying to scare anybody here, but the reality is when we step outside of our home, and even inside of our home, really everywhere, our bodies are exposed to some measure of toxins. Is it controllable? Maybe. It's definitely controllable inside of our home, right? I just went up to Alaska not too long ago, and my mom was talking about all these 5-star ratings of energy efficient homes. And I was like, what is that, right? So there's a market for energy efficiency, and because of what is in our natural environment, what kind of things are around us that are overloading our bodies with toxins. Here in Utah, this is where I live, we've got an interesting geography. So I've got a gorgeous mountain range right along the northern side of where we live. It's called the Wasatch Front. It's part of the Rockies, and they're beautiful mountains. I love them. Problem is where we live near Salt Lake, we have this great valley, and so the climate comes in, the clouds, the weather systems come in over from the mountains, and once they pass over the mountains, pressure drops, well, we have this Great Salt Lake that's pushing air up too. So the Great Salt Lake contributes to these weather patterns that we have here. And what happens is pollution kind of tends to stay. So while we have weather systems that kind of come in, and then they call it a fishbowl effect. So pollution will sometimes stay right here in this little pit of a valley that we have with the Salt Lake as well. And then big weather systems will come in and push it out, which is always great when that happens. But we have really poor air quality sometimes. Weather patterns lead to advisories and warnings. You'll see them on the signs on the highways, all over our local news channels. Stay inside, the weather's brought in this bad air quality, and they'll give recommendations of how to, how to kind of stay safer from all that toxic overload. Does that mean that I need to pack up my stuff and leave Utah? No way, I love it here, I grew up in Alaska, and we had a lot of people who lived hermit living. So they go out there, live out in the brush, in the backwoods, and they loved it because it was a great air quality out there, and it's just kind of in nature. But that's not realistic for a lot of us. So there's some things that we can do to reduce our toxic overload right here in places where it's maybe sometimes pretty bad air quality. Common practices that you see people doing to reduce toxic overload is, or some common practices are filtered water systems, efficient heating and ventilations within the home, making sure that you're changing out those filters when you need to. And I have a great tip on that with using doTERRA essential oils to help purify as well. But even eating more organic foods, more whole foods, those are all great ways for our bodies to not be overloaded with all the toxic stuff that we've got going all around in our environment. So while we may not be able to control the toxic overload on the outside, especially with our climate and just our atmosphere and what's going on, we do have control over our homes and things that we put into practice that can also reduce and limit the exposure that we have inside our homes, on our skin, on our bodies, and in our kids. So that's what on our kids too. So that's what I'm here to talk to you today about. I'm super passionate about this product because one of the other lenses I had in the beginning of going green was that it was going to be super costly, that I was going to spend these high amounts of money on green cleaners, and if it didn't say green clean or natural on the bottle, it was going to go up $5 or whatever. And that is so not the case. Like, I've been able to replace much of my cleaners here in my home with natural products, stuff that I buy anyway, like vinegar, baking soda. I've got other products as well. Using things that you can refill are great, like these spray bottles. I forgot actually one thing. So 1 second, I'm going to go grab my Lidman mop. Because that's an awesome awesome thing I use to clean my floors, and I'll share that with you guys a little bit later on. But the products aren't expensive, and I've been able to replace pretty much everything that I use in my home now. I'm using natural solutions, doTERRA essential oils, my laundry detergent, my cleansers. It's been really great. So real quick statistics, not to scare anybody away, but the World Health, I'm just going to read off of this slide here. The World Health Organization has stated that the air quality inside of our homes in many ways can be more toxic than outside. This is super startling because we have total control over what we put in our homes, what we're exposing ourselves to in our homes. The average American home uses about 40 pounds of household cleaners a year. Yikes, that's a lot, right? And that new home smell, new car smell, have you guys ever heard of that, or maybe used that phrase, if you've bought a brand new home before? Yeah, those are chemicals that are off-gassing, okay? Not to, again, scare you away from the smell, because we like that new smell, right? But just the reality of it is that there are chemicals off-gassing in your home, and that's what you're smelling. So makes me wonder, how clean are these cleaners that we're using, right? These harsh chemicals, really, are they really that clean? Another interesting fact I heard yesterday was 80,000 chemicals are registered with the EPA, and only 2% of them have been tested for their safety. That's kind of scary. So And then the last thing, most poison exposure actually happens inside of the home. I remember growing up and hearing constant stories about kids that I knew, or their baby brother, baby sister, having to be rushed into the hospital because they were exposed to some type of poison or toxin, because we sometimes don't always have safety latches, or kids get into our cabinets. So it's scary stuff. So just some great statistics out there to have you think. And so what do we do with it? What do we do with these facts? Well, we take inventory. This is a great place to start and find out what your cleaning looks like. What type of ingredients do you use? Take a look at your bottles, check out those ingredients labels, do a little bit of research, don't go crazy with it, but just see if there's any warnings or anything like that. Be like, oh, this is a poison, this is a toxin, because many of them are, and what can we do about it? Okay, so let's get into this cleaning stuff, right? One of my favorite, I didn't bring all my supplies down here, so I'm gonna have to just go with it. One of my favorite things to use are these spritzer spray bottles. I've got this size, and I also have a size that's about half of this size. It's an 8-ounce bottle, and you can buy them on Amazon. You can buy them through an oil company like Oil Life, or what's another one? doTERRA. Oh no, doTERRA doesn't have one, but Oil Life has a lot of great products. Aroma Tools has great products as well, but Amazon is great. It's free shipping, so I don't complain. So these great spray bottles are awesome. They're refillable, and I love to use this product. So really what I do is I fill up this glass bottle with about a quarter of a cup of just distilled white vinegar, and then fill the rest of it up with water. And some of my favorite products to use for surface cleaning are Melaleuca is a great cleanser. Lemon is a wonderful, wonderful surface cleanser. Reduces toxins. I also love to use, really all of these products are great. On Guard. Oh, where's my On Guard? Oh, I put it in the cabinet. Let me grab it. There it is. Sorry about that. Good thing my oil cabinet is right there. Okay, On Guard. And yeah, so really all of these products I've used. Some of the most common ones, probably the one I use mostly is On Guard in here, and then Melaleuca. Arbor Vitae is a very interesting cleansing oil because it has a natural wood preservative in it as well. So this is really great for using on wood countertops or wood tables. I've got a wood table right there that we had custom from Italy that I use for cleaning, and for that I love to use Wild Orange and Arbor Vitae together, because Wild Orange is a natural wood polish as well. So great products for surface cleansing that are safe and effective, right? Okay, doTERRA has this great fun product that is On Guard hand sanitizing mist. This is a new product. It actually came out last year. But I used to buy these little spritzers, and you can upcycle these as well and reuse just a bottle. It just comes off. Okay, you can fill it up with water and add the On Guard to it. And if you want to put maybe like a little aloe vera in there as well to help moisturize, you can as well too. So I've done, for a lot of years I did that with just this. I bought aloe vera gel, and this was like a hand sanitizing gel that I used to keep in my purse, and it smells really good too. So I just bought these fun bottles because they're easy. And it has this little dropper inside, and it's like a gel. It comes out super great for the hands, and you just put the On Guard in there, and it's great for cleansing the hands. It also is a great immunity boost, right? So while we're cleansing our bodies or cleansing our surface areas or cleaning our home, we're also having an impact on our well-being as well, because the essential oils that we use to cleanse also impact our bodies in a positive way. So the On Guard and the Wild Orange, right? They'll boost our immunity. They'll help protect our bodies against seasonal threats. Help help reduce inflammation in some cases too. Lemon essential oil is great for detoxing, right? Natural cleanser and a detox the body. It's great. Great for that. Melaleuca, another, is great for seasonal allergies, great to ward off threats. Melaleuca has so many great benefits when it comes to its properties. It's antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. It has a lot of really great uses for it. One thing that for Melaleuca that you can do in these spray bottles as well that I've done for upcycling, if you wanted to reuse these, is for shoe, like spraying Melaleuca inside your shoes, like put it in a spray bottle and help, clear out your shoes as a way to kind of ward off anything that likes to grow in your shoes. Such a great product for that, okay? All right, I'm getting off topic, so I want to keep this right around 15 to 20 minutes. All right, some other products that doTERRA has are I saw this really fun video I'm going to show you, but they have the On Guard product line. So they have the On Guard concentrated cleanser, okay, that you can put in your spray bottles as well with the dilution of water. You can use it for soaps, just for all-purpose cleansing. It's really concentrated. It only takes a little bit, and it goes a long way, and that's great. There's also the On Guard foaming hand wash. And this is going to be a product that we're going to be giving away. So you want to be participating, and I'll get to more of that a little bit here in a few minutes. But this is going to be our prize giveaway product. So this doTERRA has this as well. It just takes a little bit of this foaming solution that you put in this bottle, a couple tablespoons, then fill the rest of it up with water, and voila, you've got some great natural cleanser. Now, I saw this great video yesterday that doTERRA had posted on their Empowered Life series where they had upcycled the HD Clear bottles. So what they did is, now this is, my daughter uses this face wash. It's great. Now, we're not here to talk about facial cleanser today, but when the bottle's empty, saw this great videos where you can unpeel, you take the label off this bottle, right? And then fill it up with your hand wash. Not fill it up, but put a teaspoon or a couple teaspoons in here, and then fill it up, the rest up with water. And this is like travel size. So you can put this in your purse, you can put it in your diaper bag when you're out and about. Now, most bathrooms provide soap, but right, remember chemicals, like their soaps can sometimes be harsh on our skin. This is so easy to do, and it's so convenient because it can just go right in your purse, and you're out there, in the bathrooms with your kids, out in the public areas, and here is a great way to go green on the go, with your kids. So awesome little product tip right there. Okay. Okay, a couple of the things I have, but I want to talk about our homes being our second skin. I heard this yesterday, and I just wanted to kind of share this with you on this video. So think about what your home is for you, right? It's like your shelter. It protects us from inclement weather. When storms come in, rain come in, thunderstorms come in, wind. My son is terrified of the wind. When we hear huge wind gusts outside, he loves to be inside of our home because he knows he's going to be safe and the wind's not going to blow him away. So our home is like our safe haven where we go to rest and relax. And we're our natural selves, right? When we're in our homes, we're comfortable. So we want to make sure that, again, we're using our home as our second skin in a way that's not going to be damaging to us, right? Going green isn't a luxury. It's more of a responsibility. So improving the health of ourselves and our family and having a ripple effect on the environment is a great thing. We're having large impacts by just one drop, okay? You're making deposits to your health and well-being while also having a clean home. We talked about that with some of the products. So great things when it comes to going green. All right, so some of my other favorite DIYs that I'm going to share, my floor cleaner. So let me go grab my mop. 1 second. It's right outside this door. Okay, I'm back. 2 seconds. Should have been more prepared. All right, so this mop I just got from like my local market, Smith's or Kroger or whatever. You could probably even find this at Walmart. But I love this because it's kind of like a Swiffer mop, right? It comes with these microfiber pads or, oh, I'm stuck. or it's like a, there's a couple of them that I have now that I use. There's ones that they'll kind of stick to the bottom of this. But what I love about this is this container right here. So you fill it up with probably about a third of the way, or fourth to a third of the way of vinegar, and then you put hot water in this, okay? And then I love to add essential oils. Some of my favorites that I like to add, again, because I have laminate flooring, I like to add the Arbor Vitae, the On Guard. My favorite's Wild Orange. I've done Purify as well for cleansing and Purify has great cleansing benefits. Diffusing it too in the air is great for cleansing the air. Pretty much any of these products you can use. Maybe for this size, I put about 20 to 30 drops of essential oils in here. And then I use it to clean my floors. And my whole home smells amazing. And I know my floors are clean. And you know, sometimes I've got laminate flooring. Some cleaners can leave really bad streak marks on your floor. Not with this, ever. I mean, my floors are spotless, they're shiny, they have the light reflecting off of them once I'm done. So it's a great way to be green, because I'm just reusing this, and I'm washing my mop heads when I'm done using them, or the microfiber attachments that go with this, and it's a great product. So I'd highly recommend this if you're thinking about going green. I talked about wood polish already. Another great thing that I love to use, and now, like I mentioned, I have a smaller bottle than this. It's about an 8-ounce bottle. But you can use really any size, is I use a mattress cleaner. So every month or every couple months or so, I will take Purify, okay, because Purify has really strong components for being like an anti, what do I call it, when it's like, you're trying to like ward off pests, right? Purify is a great product. It's got cilantro in it and citronella. Anyway, so when I clean my sheets, I'll go over all of our mattresses and I'll spray them all with this. And it's great. I've also taken it with me on the go in a smaller bottle. When we go to hotels, I'll spray down the beds and the pillows and the furniture. When we go camping, we've rented RVs and campers before. And so I don't leave the house without it. And I spray the mattresses there as well too. When we're out camping, even in our tents, right? Our air mattresses and our blanketing, when we're camping, we love to go to Rock City, Idaho, and spend a few days out there. Again, going through the inside of the tent, spraying things down every day, once a day or whatever. It's just a great way to ward off pests and stuff. So, and it cleanses that air. All right, a couple other things. I talked about a little bit about the air filter earlier on. So doTERRA posted this great thing about taking an essential oil like Purify or On Guard and putting it on your air filters in your furnace or in your HVAC systems. So when you go out to replace those and put a new one in, you can put a few drops of essential oils on that filter pad and then put it in the system. And then you've got a natural diffuser going through your whole home. Diffusing is a great way to purify the air in your homes. I'm doing it right now over there. I've got my diffuser set up with the lemon, peppermint, and lavender in it right now. But you can use any of these great essential oils to purify your home as well. The essential oils are so effective that way, and it gives you this great aroma as well. So one other thing too, plants, house plants. I've got a couple of them. Another great way, a little addition to add for cleaning the air naturally in your home. Diffusing throughout the day, all great ways to have an impact there and go green. All right, so I kind of talked about a lot of stuff today, and I don't want to overwhelm anybody. Biggest thing is to take it slow. All right, don't go through your cabinets as much as you may be itching to do so and grab all your chemicals and throw them in the garbage, because that can be super overwhelming. And this process should be fun, okay? And it should be easy and simple. Going green and this type of thing is a lifestyle, so it's great to incorporate your family in the process. So if you do too much at one time, your family may not think that that's very fun. So start with picking 1 or 2 items that maybe resonated with you today that we talked about and implement it in your home. Start small. Maybe start with we're giving one of these away today. Start with the On Guard the foaming hand wash, or the cleanser, or start with your essential oils and in an all-purpose cleanser with vinegar and water. Start small, and then make it easy and fun so that your family can enjoy the process as well. So going green is a constant process, so start simple. Start with making a change, single change, and then ultimately it's going to have a ripple effect, right? It's going to impact other areas in your life, in your health, in your kids' health, and sooner than you realize, you'll start to have all these other great ways that you're sharing. You're using essential oils or green products in your home, and you're sharing it with others. So it's going to have a huge impact in other areas as well. So like I said, one drop makes a big difference. So just start simple, start small, have fun going green. And for our challenge today, I want you to share with us in the comments below 1 or 2 items that you would like to go green with. So if there's an area that, like I said, resonated with you, and you're like, oh, I want to switch out my laundry detergent, what can I do? Or if, it's something else, share with us in the comments below. Or if you have some great tips or great ideas and have pictures, or you have a little video that you want to make, we would love to hear about it. So share it in the comments below, and we are going to be giving away this bottle right here. This is all unopened. I've had it downstairs with my samples. We're going to be giving this away at the end of the week. So participate and get in for a prize, and I hope you guys weren't too overwhelmed with me today, and enjoy the rest of your day and have fun going green.